base camp. So we're at base camp in Big Bear Lake, and as you know, we're going back and forth between Arizona and Big Bear quite on a regular basis these days. But for today, we're here at base camp, and I wanted to just share with you some of the things that are on my mind about the latest attempt of assassination on President Trump. Now, I know that there is a lot of content out there. I'm aware of that, but I don't see anything that's biblical out there. And so we're going to talk a little bit about biblical and political. But I took the time to look up in Ecclesiastes about what God was saying through his children, if you will, King Solomon, about a time of love and a time of hate, and that's the topic of the message today. And there is a time for love and hate, and if you go all the way back to the beginning, to Adam and Eve and to their children, and the violence that occurred between even their own children over jealousy and different things, we see that this is a pattern throughout the history of mankind. And so what's happening now, though, is the Lord was speaking to me this morning before I started my meditations with my husband in prayer, is that the time of hate is right now. But where does it start? It starts with the grooming, if you will, with the children in school, with all these propositions for transgenderism and all this other kind of stuff. I know that there's a confusing time. When I was 11 years old, I thought I was a cowboy. And maybe I still think I'm I don't got my hat on. But I know the difference between male and female, okay? But they start grooming at a very early age, and this rhetoric is just enforced, and to the point that they have become hatred of their own bodies, if you will. It starts grooming at a very young age, and it continues on even into the universities. We see what's going on within the universities, and like this young man that was just arrested, Cole was a product of these universities, and the hatred that he had for the United States wasn't promoted by his parents. They were Christians, so it came from another source, and he got radicalized through this education process. So what I want to say to you is this, is if we've got to speak, and there is a time to speak, it says this in Ecclesiastes, there's a time to speak and a time to be silent. And the time to speak is now. I cannot be the only person speaking. You need to speak as well. We all need to speak up as Christians. We don't want to be like what happened to the Jews during the Hitler thing, right? The Christians did not rise up. We must rise up. We cannot be silent and let our president and the cabinet and all these people could have been killed, and all the other people that were there as well. We must speak, and today is the day to speak. And I know Charlie Kirk got killed because of his free speech, but we still must speak. There's a time to be silent, and there's a time to speak, and the time to speak is now. And I want to challenge you to speak up to your family, to your friends at the grocery store. Yes, we will create people that don't like us. We will create animosity, but we must speak because it's biblical. It's biblical. Christ died that we could be free. And I challenge you today to take that freedom and go to the marketplace, go to your neighbors, walk down the street, go to the 7-Eleven, or wherever you're going to go. But do not remain silent. We must speak, and we must speak of freedom in Jesus. God bless you all. We love you.